viral clip circulating with Wallow. Wallow is recently experiencing the darker side of this internet podcast game. Now, if everybody know Wallow, he been going viral since he been out of prison. Success story, bounced back from doing over 20 years, and now he done bounced into stardom with his cousin Gilly. They got one of the most successful hip-hop podcasts. He been a real big motivational speaker. Wallow could just do no wrong in the culture forever. From the videos of running in the rain and yelling all in the grocery stores or wherever he at, Wallow could do no wrong. Well, recently, the culture said he did wrong. He came out and he criticized Black-owned businesses for labeling themselves Black-owned businesses and expecting Black people to blindly support regardless of the quality of the product or the quality of the service. Now, if you're a day one supporter, you would know back in about 2023 when FUBU first was reemerging, we did a short segment about Black people and Black businesses labeling themselves Black-owned businesses. We actually told people to stop doing that. So Wallow's getting a lot of hate right now. A lot of people are saying he's sold out. He's jumping out there, turning his back on the culture. You know, he got rich, he got his money. Now he talking down on the culture. And people trying to ban Wallow. They trying to say Wallow need to be canceled. How you feel about this, bro? What you think about this?
First off, I want to shout out to Wallow because Wallow was the first ones to see some of our videos, and by him leaving a comment or stamping anything, that was more the support than we got from a lot of people at that time. And that was just off of that. And he went through several videos doing that. So shout out to Wallow. I think this is just a case of people not listening to the message and want to kill the messenger. You know what I'm saying? They too sensitive on how he delivered it. I don't necessarily think he was wrong. He was giving his opinion, and he's became a successful person, and he's been through spaces where he's just letting you know we're not going to just support. Now, I'm a person that likes to support Black business, but at the same time, we got to be real about the situation. He's speaking in a sense of, in general, just because your business is Black, I'm supporting it, but at the same time, you have to have quality customer service. Let's keep it G. A lot of us that be in restaurant spaces or certain things, customer service don't always be on point. The service you might wait 2 hours for a small meal, depending on what it is, depending on where you at. So a lot of that comes into play. That's all he's saying. I'm not going to support you because you Black, but then your service of what you're producing is fucked up. So how is he really wrong for saying that? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times when we spoke on the Black business side of it, there's nothing wrong with doing it, because you can go to taco stands, or not taco stands, just even businesses where it says from Mexico, or you go to these Asian food, or you go to Black stuff. So
or Irish pub.
Yeah, so I'm not mad at the Black people that wants to be Black and proud about their business. There's nothing wrong with that, but just understand, by us being who we are as a culture and the way that the human race seems to view us, in a sense, it's not always contrary to do that, because you might be blackballing yourself in a sense, because you might get somebody that doesn't even know whether it's a Black or white owned business. And you might have some people that doesn't like who you are for being Black and might not even walk into your establishment. So it is pros and cons when it comes to that. If you don't care about that, then cool. And if you are one of the people that have a highly class business as a Black person, keep doing what you do. This wasn't just to everybody. I think this was a generalization of people waking up to the real world outside of just us.
No, facts. Like you just pointed out everything perfectly. You can have an Italian restaurant and it says Italian on it, and everybody loves it, going, oh man, I want to go taste some pizza from Italy or pasta from Italy, or go to an Irish pub. Oh, I want an Irish beer, or you know what I'm saying? And everybody respects that culture. The problem is our culture is hated by a lot of the world. They're programmed to hate us. So by you yourself that, you're making yourself the odd man out. Like take YouTube channels, for example. There's a lot of successful faceless YouTube channels that do voiceovers with AI, and you would never imagine who's behind that page. And that page is doing numbers, and people are supporting from all over the world. But had the person behind the page put their face on that channel, they wouldn't get the same support, because people would see the person and go, I'm not supporting somebody that look like that. So It's actually genius. And you got a lot of rappers and a lot of businessmen or actors who have businesses that's not in their name. Their name is not in the business. It's not known that they own this product. But behind the scenes, they own it. But they know if I stamp this and say, hey, such and such owns this product, people who dislike such and such for whatever reason will not support the product or not support the business, even if they like the product. So sometimes you gotta spook that sap by the door, the whole thing, or just keep your identity hidden in a sense. Like you don't have to let the world know this is black owned if you know a large portion of the world despises blacks and doesn't want to support blacks for whatever reason. But I could see on the flip side of how some people got offended. I think it was more so what he was saying along the lines of, well, I'm gonna spend my money wherever I want. I'm rich now. So that's when you get in that type of bag, that offends people. When people who supported you from the ground up and you start getting on some more cocky type of talk when they're not used to you talking that way, now they start to lose what they identify with you as. It's like, damn, hold on, this is Wallow who came from prison who seemingly stayed humble and I could feel connected to him. Now he talking that I'm a millionaire talk.
Yeah, I think
if I want to go to Gucci or Louis, I'm going. I don't give a fuck. And now niggas like, whoa, what the fuck?
I think that was the main focal point of it. Like we had that conversation about it. I think that was the key thing because it's like, I don't care about nobody being humble, but don't make it just seem as if you're better than everybody now. Like we watched you. And at the same time, to be 100, I'm not taking nothing away from the time he's done and the grind he's put in. Wallo has an amazing work ethic. But at the same time, you had a crutch. By Gilly being who he is, you're getting put indoors at the average person. If anybody came out of 20 years of prison and was just running around on corners making videos, motivation videos and stuff like that, niggas will look at them like they was crazy.
Sure.
So you're allowed to be put in certain doors and around certain people to be like, okay, you grinding. Let me get in one of your videos. Okay, you grinding. Let me mention your name in the room. Okay, you grinding. Let me give you a little push, even though the work ethic is everything you're doing. And then he got on there saying, yeah, I'm a millionaire. I make millionaires. I do this. I do that. So the people that's not, 9 times out of 10, they're going to take it as you stunting on them at this point. Yeah. And it's like, we watched what you came from. So, but one message that he gave that somebody didn't like, I don't think you should equate that all around to who he is as a person, who he's been. That's the problem. So sometimes people need the tough love and the tough things to hear because you're also used to him being so positive about everything. And it still was a positive message at the end of the day. And his word is not law to y'all. Just because he says something don't mean you got to stick to and you're not going to like everything that he does. So this just goes back to what we see when you get in that face in the limelight. First they love you, then they hate you, then they love you again. So this time will pass, man. Shout out to Wallow. Keep doing what he's doing. He's a perfect example that it's never too late. People we watch all the time that come from certain environments or certain things be so quick to give up on life. And he persevered through that. That's a real testimony that we watched in real time.
Definitely big shout out to Wallow. And people got to stop being so sensitive, bro. Like that's just really what it is. Pay attention to the message. Everything ain't going to be coddled to your emotions and your feelings. The truth hurts. Most of the time, the truth hurts. Nobody wants to hear tough criticism from somebody that they idolize. This is the issue with a lot of red pill content. It's like, man, the men are speaking the truth, but the way they saying it, the women don't like it. So that's just all it was. It was not that he was saying anything wrong. It was people didn't like the way that he said it. Like you said, love you today, hate you tomorrow. Forever and years and years and years, they've been loving Wallow. But the one time he delivered a message in a way that wasn't happy and joyous the way he usually does, and he put a little more grit and a little more oomph behind what he was saying, now all of a sudden I'm offended. Instead of going, you know what? He's right. Our servers do got to be up to par if we want to compare ourselves to some of the top businesses in the world. Because regardless if we want to play the race card or not, when you go in some of these 5-star top establishments, nigga, that service is top notch. You go to these fly hotels, them 5 stars, it's a big difference between going down to Motel 6. A huge difference. And the price tag makes up for it. The same way if you go down to your local swap meet and then you walk in one of these high-end designers, that cotton don't even feel the same. That material different. Nigga, them Ralph Lauren sweatsuits, nigga, they last through the 10 washes. You go down here to Ross and grab a sweatsuit, 1 wash is through.
Right. And I think the biggest thing he was trying to make while he was emphasizing that energy, because shit is serious. life is serious. I think he wanted people to know I'm not giggling and laughing because what I'm talking about is a serious matter in our community. Not to go against us, but for us to get right. I gotta deliver this with a serious message. Y'all gotta know I'm meaning what I'm saying and I'm not playing about it. So I think that was part of his delivery and what he's doing, and he sees it day in and day out. How many talks have Wallow had with people where he was calm, cool, and collective, and they did not hear this nigga? How many episodes they got $1 million worth of game when he was trying to talk to these young niggas about certain shit, and then it went through right one ear and out the other, and then we see the results of what happened to that. So now he's at a point. This is the same man that go to prisons and don't get paid and talk to them niggas that go to all different places to show his change and show his effort of what he don't want you to go through that he been through.
Bro, he was just on a bridge somewhere talking somebody from jumping off of the bridge, trying to talk somebody out of committing suicide. It wasn't no clout chase moment. Somebody just happened to drive by and go, damn, that's Wallow. So he's for real about what he does. And I'm similar to Wallow in the sense that I get passionate about talking about uplifting the community or making change for the better and wanting us to win. I know what type of fire that lights inside when you see the potential of your people, but they just not fucking getting it. And sometimes you gotta talk with a brash, harsh delivery because that's the only time a person will listen. Like, you ever been texting a female and been being hella respectful, hella nice? She either one wording you or leaving you on red, and then you finally, that last message, like, damn, if you was gonna ghost a nigga or something, we should have just fucked and got it out the way then. Now all of a sudden she texting you, damn, you know, oh, this what it took to get a response?
You fucking want it.
I was being nice, respectful, no response. The second I get up on some, bitch, what the fuck wrong with you type shit, now all of a sudden you see my message. You hear me loud and clear.
And one of the clearest things of what people don't understand, some people learn people so much that they don't care about how you feel. They care about what you respond to. So I can tell you all this other shit, but if you responded to this, then this is how I need to approach that situation. So I think a lot of these things, I just think it was blown out of proportion with him. I do get the part of him, got the shitting on him about the millions and shit.
The millions
but
was kind of mad.
Cuz got the popping and shit. He basically saying, I don't give a fuck about what y'all doing no more. Like, Cuz got the popping and shit. I'm like, this nigga Wallow spazzing. But I didn't take it to heart about it. I understood, but I'm like, damn, Cuz low-key popping a little too much. But God damn, Cuz went in. But it's not nothing for me to be like, oh, I hate this nigga now. I need to cancel this nigga now. Like, no.
Yeah, they talking about canceling Cuz.
Cuz had a moment. To cancel Wallow, come on, Cuz. Like, that's just crazy to me. If anybody you want to see win, y'all should want to see Cuz win, and he's winning. He really goes against everything that the culture redeems it to be when it comes to who he's trying to become, who he is. So Wallow, I don't see him he didn't do no wrong, man. He spoke his piece. He's trying to help people, and that's where it stops at.
Definitely shout out to Wallow, not to cut you off. Definitely shout out to Wallow, because you had a segment when we did the first segment about the black businesses, about you don't like seeing the black Beverly Hills sign because you don't see Beverly Hills saying white Beverly Hills or Asian Beverly Hills. It's just Beverly Hills, and it's synonymous with success. It's synonymous with luxury. So to have to put black Beverly Hills is like leeching off of that. It's like, no, let's create something that is synonymous with success and luxury that just so happen to be black owned. And when people hear that name, they tie that into successful blackness, luxury blackness. We don't have to let them know this is black. When you go down to, let's say the motherfucking, what's a fly ass hotel? The W Hotel. It don't say the white hotel. You go down, you like the W. You know wherever you at, oh, this finna be fly. They finna have a nice lounge. It's finna be some beautiful women in there. It's gonna be some nice rooms. The ambiance is gonna be on point. They're gonna have a nice DJ. The drinks is gonna hit. Like, you automatically in your brain, no matter where you at in the world, if you hear the W, you know, oh, this is nice. I can stay here. So that's the way we gotta make our businesses. We don't wanna always have to rely on, well, we black, show us some grace. Okay, well, what's the material on the clothing? This is just some iron-on shit. Like, this ain't no quality stitching or no quality material. Yeah. You know, you can have the iron-on shit, that's cool. But do you have levels to your merch, or is this it? Do you have levels to your food, or is this it? You know what I'm saying? You can have the chicken nuggets and fries, but hey, we also got some top-of-the-line steak. You know what I'm saying? We got some creme brulee. Like, we got the works. It's quality here. And customer service, I don't care what nobody say, niggas got to work on that, period. And I'm saying niggas, and I'm calling this out because I swear to God, whenever I get a ghetto-sounding female on the phone, the customer service is dog shit. I just hang the fuck up. Bitch got an attitude. I'm like, damn, where you from? I just know you black. I be stereotyping us myself. Bitch, I just know you black because you got an attitude for nothing. And I'm sitting there talking respectful and all that. But I do get where people was coming from, like, with publicly, I guess, ostracizing each other. But it's like, we don't know you personally to come to you and tap you on the shoulder and give you criticism behind closed doors. So if I got a big outlet and I want to get the message across to all my people, this is the way I got to deliver the message. Sometimes it got to be harsh so we could clean up our own backyard. Because would you rather Wallow say it, or would you rather somebody from another culture come out and say exactly what Wallow said? And now we playing the race card.
Right, now that's facts. But even then, and I think people took it out of context, he wasn't saying there was nothing wrong with you doing that to your business. And I don't disagree with that either. Like, far as if you want to do that, like I say, everybody else does it already. There's nothing wrong with doing it. But just know we already fighting an uphill battle, and you're going to make it harder on yourself to an extent. But if you want to stand on that so people can know that more of us are entitled to have black businesses, more of us are, because a lot of us won't know. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're going in there. So I do understand that point. But just know you still are putting a handicap on yourself in an extent to where whether if you just invested in businesses and then came out, once you done got down the line and maybe 4 or 5 of them, then you came out like, then the whole time this was black owned. We just seen Roscoe's with Cameron came out and revealed that they've been owning Roscoe's. He's not even from out here. We think this, at the end of the day, like he said, it's Harlem, it's in Cali, but a Harlem nigga running that.
Man.
And the one that first started, they said it was in my city, and I never knew this.
Man.
So I would have never known that. You know what I'm saying? I would have assumed that it was something else, even though it's Roscoe Chicken and Waffles, but a lot of times we won't know that. But shout out to the black businesses that are trying to be predominantly in that way. But some people might take it as this is just for black people. And us, because we're so welcoming, we're going to walk in a Hispanic restaurant where it says Mexican food. We're going to walk in an Italian spot that says only Italian, or an Irish spot where it's just their food. We're not judging it off of that. We like the quality of the food or the service or the clothes or whatever it is, until they discredit us and say we don't want blacks fucking with our shit. Other than that, we support damn near everything.
Nah, facts. So shout out to Wallow, man. Definitely shout out to Wallow. Shout out to the culture. Let's just do better all around the board, man. Greatness. Just like our history, greatness.